I want to thank you all for joining us on the kickoff of the 2010 Gun Buyback Program. I want to start by acknowledging our partners that have made this effort a reality, beginning with Chief Beck and the Los Angeles Police Department. This could not work without the cooperation and the collaboration of the LAPD. But I also want to thank our community and faith-based organizations, our gang reduction and youth development, intervention and prevention service providers. Without them, without the network of organizations and people to outreach to the community, who have the trust of our community, this program cannot work. So I want to acknowledge them as well. And of course, our media partners, KCAL and KCBS, together with them and the Ralphs Corporation, who helped to make it possible to be able to make this work through their generous donations. We would not have had as successful a gun buyback program last year as we did. I also want to thank the NTS Creative Group for designing our flyer this year. Again, it's a collaboration. It's a community coming together. You know, you look at the numbers, and I have a BlackBerry, I left it in the car, but you know, every few hours I get a notice of a serious crime or a serious incident, notices of homicides. I can tell you, over the last few years, it doesn't go off like it used to. It doesn't go off like it used to because crime is down in numbers that we haven't seen, as you heard me say, since the Eisenhower administration. Violent crime is down this year again, after being down every year over the last 7 years. And yet, for those of us who do get those BlackBerry messages, too many young people die at the hands of gun and gang violence. Too many innocent people die unnecessarily. And so these dangerous weapons have traded hands all over our city. Sometimes they're acquired legally, but far too often they're obtained by flouting the law. And the problem is that those who break the law to steal a gun are much more likely to use that gun than to commit a crime. That's why we often find guns at the center of violent crimes that could have been avoided. And for that reason, we've come together to ask the public for your help. And I want to thank all of you who are here today, the members of the media, to call on LA residents to join us in securing a safer city for every family, to implore Angelenos to turn in their guns, and to participate in our gun buyback program. Because we believe that when faced with an easy, safe way to voluntarily surrender a weapon, coupled with the right kind of incentives, particularly in these tough times, people will come forward and give up their guns. And we know they're right. We began this effort, as I said, last year in May to incredible success with the collection of nearly 1,700 firearms. Not only did that gun buyback program serve to take dangerous weapons off the streets, it also served as a theft deterrent. And as you know, the vast majority of guns that are used to commit crimes are stolen or otherwise obtained illegally. The gun buyback program gives individuals a comfortable and accessible site where they can drop off their weapons on neutral ground. No questions asked. In exchange, they receive a Ralph's gift card or a Visa prepaid card of up to $200 for assault weapons and up to $100 for handguns. Now, the bottom line is that the gifts for guns method has been tested, and it works. It effectively takes firearms off the streets and away from our children, makes our neighborhoods safer, and it goes a long way toward combating the scourge of gang violence. And it also puts some extra cash in the pockets of those who need it, especially during these tough times. So I want to thank all of our partners who are here today. I want to say last year was a success. We're going to build on that success this year.